So hopefully this can help somebody out. I took Adderall and Vyvanse for about 6 years almost. And I got off like about 2 years ago-ish. While it may help you in a lot of ways, and at least for a certain amount of time, you know, for me, eventually I kind of just turned into a robot. Very irritable, just short with my kids, short with my wife, and the people around me, frustrated just if I was focused on something, and if anything got in the way of that, it was like a short fuse. It was just, there's random holes in the sheetrock of my house during that period because, dude, if I just made a mistake or just something didn't go right, I was on edge, you know? And I had to have it each day too. There were days where I didn't take it, right? But it was just such a drain, and those days were so hard to get through, and just I felt so like exhausted and almost depressed, you know? So a couple years ago, I just stopped. I will say there's just something about the time between then and now that I just haven't felt quite like the same. And I don't know what it is. There were times where I would just make such rash decisions, you know, or however you say it, just very impulsive sometimes, like a motor was driving me. On the music production side, I was making like lots of beats during those years, during the height of me taking it almost daily, but I never really felt super connected to the things that I was making. I remember writing some songs on the days where I wouldn't take it for a couple of days or whatever, and I would just like cry or just while I was making it, because it was like all of a sudden my ability to like feel again would come back. And without getting into the nitty-gritty of like the dosage or whatever, but it helped at first, I will say that. And honestly, on the days where I was like super tired, or if I didn't get great sleep or whatever, I would take it, and then I knew I could take a pill to just wake up and go. Here's also another thing I thought about, and this goes along with all kinds of prescription medication. Like it's like a get out of jail free card just because we say it comes from a doctor, but you are like addicted to it and you are heavily dependent on it, which is not natural, you know? And I understand that there's gonna be a lot of people saying like, you know, I need it. This is what it helped my cousin, it helped my brother, sister, whatever. And that's great, but for me, there came a reckoning of decision making and how I felt and how it affected the people around me and just my brain chemistry. Like I've just, you know, when I got off of it, I went through like, I would just lay in bed for days sometimes, just zero determination or motivation to do much. And that's hard because it's like, it was easy access, right? Like I could just throw one back. I was taking Vyvanse towards the end, and it would come in the capsules where I could actually take it apart and like mix it into some stuff if I wanted to take a little bit here and there. And it's like, I never took like multiple a day. There was a few times I took like more than one in a day, but it's like your life revolves around having it nearby. And when you go on trips or whatever, you forget it, or then it's just like over, you know, you don't feel like yourself, but yourself is the person without the medication. It's not with the medication. And people say they feel like themselves again when they get on it, which I understand that feeling because you have maybe some confidence, whatever, some drive, some focus, but you know, there's a price to pay. And for me, I had to feel again. I wanted to feel again. I wanted to like have my own thoughts again. I wanted to have the ADD things and the rabbit trails, because that's what gives me my creative superpower. That's what gives me my going off on tangents and following my brain and my imagination to wherever it may lead. Those are the things that like make us who we are. Like those are the things that give us great ideas in the middle of the night or whatever, right? There's a lot of things that it affects too, like your sleep, your eating habits. Like here's one good thing that has come from it over those 6 years or so that I took Adderall. I don't crave sweets anymore like I used to. I used to crave sweets all the time. Like I would just sit down, crush some ice cream, a whole pint of Ben and Jerry's, just out of here. down. You know, now I still have them here and there, but it's not, I don't have like, you know, I used to eat a meal, have to have a dessert after. There's some Kit Kats around, gotta crush some Kit Kats. But, you know, now that's a weird thing, you know, and also people do get prescribed Adderall for weight loss or appetite suppressant, you know, I've heard. But here's the other deal. You can go to the doctor and you can get a prescription. You could take a test and answer all of them accordingly because you want medication and be like, yes, you have. Like, if I told somebody, hey, yeah, you just go take a test and they'll give it to you. That's pretty much what it is. Like, you can go answer the questions in the right fashion, you know, give the right answers that are like, do you find yourself not being able to wait in line? Everyone hates waiting in line. No, I can't wait in line. I'm impatient. I can't sit for long periods of time. I mean, who wants to sit for long periods of time? That's why people, anyway. I will say that if you're thinking about using it, proceed with caution. And if you're thinking about getting off of it, you can do it. You don't have to have it. You will survive. You'll be okay. If you know that you'll be okay without it, just stop taking it. It's changing your brain chemistry. It's changing your personality. That's the thing with me. You know, taking Adderall for so long, it started changing my personality. It started changing all the weird quirkiness and stuff that makes us who we are. You know, that makes us so special and unique in the way we think about things and the way that, you know, how we perceive creative things that we're doing. My ability to come up with original ideas and just, you know, humor and all those things, my ability to empathize with people and situations, a lot of that just took a hit, you know, and I don't know. Just because it comes from a doctor doesn't mean that you have to take it. And I'm not judging anybody who takes it. I took it for a long time. I'm just giving you my experience, but hopefully this helps somebody. I love you.